Welcome to Crimson Tide Connection, where we visit with your favorite coaches and players. And today I'm joined by Todd Bramble, the head coach of the Alabama soccer team. Coach, your team traveled to Knoxville on Friday night to take on the 23rd ranked Tennessee Volunteers. You had a chance to win the game. It went into overtime, and they scored the winning goal there 6 minutes into overtime.
Yeah, losing in overtime certainly heartbreaking, and the way that game unfolded, it was a really exciting game. Could have gone either way. I'd like to think a draw would have been a fair result on the night because both teams, really played well. In the second half, especially, the game really opened up. It was a lot of end-to-end action. Both teams hit the goalpost a couple of times. Both teams forced the goalkeepers to make great saves. Both teams scored good goals to make it 1-1. And unfortunately for us, Tennessee found a way to score in overtime and beat us. So that was a tough night.
Hey, Coach, one thing, I guess maybe a positive that came out of it was Larley Smith got on the board with her first goal of the season. What did you see from the sophomore from that game?
Well, it's something, we've moved her to center back now this year. So, her chances of scoring the run of play are, going to be infrequent now, obviously. But she's still going to be a force on set pieces. And, we had, through scouting, Tennessee, we had seen an opportunity, maybe on a corner kick to run that particular play. And, you draw it up and you hope you can pull it off, but it takes really good execution from the players to actually pull it off and score. And so I was really proud of their attention to detail on that play and for her to get on the scoreboard because she will be a threat for us in the air on set plays this year.
And Coach, you're going on the road in the SEC for the first time. What did you see from your team? How did they react to being in an opposing team's environment? Yeah,
this was two tough environments to play in, but we talk a lot to our team about, to be successful on the road, you got to be mentally tough and you got to be emotionally tough. And, Friday night, it was a really fun game for the players to play in, and it goes into overtime. So I thought really the test for us to see what kind of road team we were going to be like would have been on Sunday afternoon. Hot, humid, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And I thought we passed the test down there with flying colors.
As you said, Coach, you went from Knoxville on Friday night to Baton Rouge on Sunday. You took on the Tigers. That game was televised on CSS. You fought hard. It was a tough, hard-fought game. It was a 1-1 tie.
Yeah, sometimes a tie feels good. Sometimes, you get into overtime and you feel like you've been on the ropes and you want to get out of there with a tie. That wasn't the case on Sunday. We absolutely played really well. I thought we outplayed LSU for, the majority of the day in possession, goal-scoring chances. So, that was one of those days where we leave the field with a tie and we're disappointed about it.
Just what did you see from your team in that game? Do you feel good about the progression of where this team is heading right now?
Yeah, we've never outpossessed an LSU team like we did on Sunday. So I thought that showed, where we've come, from a technical standpoint, to be able to keep the ball against a good athletic team under pressure. And we created a lot of chances. You look at the stats and you see the shots were 27-9. That jumps out at you. But, one thing, and we've already started working on it in training this week, is, I think we started settling for too many long-range shots in that game. So, that's something that we need to do a little bit better job of, is be a little bit more patient in the attack, even against a good team like LSU, and, make sure that we can make the most of those goal-scoring chances that we create.
Because there's a lot of things that go on during the game, but one thing that people, focus on are the goals. And Pia Rysdijk scored the goal in the 51st minute of the game. Just talk about her and how she's progressed so far.
Pia's a great player for us. She, comes to us with a lot of experience internationally, coming from the Netherlands. Last year, learning the college game is totally different. So, we were happy with what we got from her last year as she was learning what, U.S. college soccer is all about. But now in her second year here, she's scoring at a much, quicker rate than she did at this point, of the season last year. And that was a big goal for us against LSU. We actually went into the locker room. We were 1-0 down. And, I got to stand there in front of the team and say, look, this is fantastic because we haven't had a situation where we've been down a goal at halftime yet. And here we are in Baton Rouge on Sunday afternoon. How bad do you want it? And we come out within 5 minutes, we scored to tie it up, and Pia got the goal for us, and we're really happy for her, and that was a big goal for us.
You have to be happy about the way the team responded too, don't you?
Fantastic. That was the first sort of bit of adversity that we've dealt with in a game. Our loss before that to Maryland, the goal came with 90 seconds left in the game, so there's not a long period of adversity. You have 90 seconds to try to tie the game up there. Well, now you're talking about it at halftime with 45 minutes to go. How are you going to deal with it? And yes, I was proud of the way the players responded.
Well, thank you, Coach. And this week you'll take on Georgia and Ole Miss, and we'll have a preview of those matches coming up in the coming days here on Tide TV on Crimson Tide Connection. For head coach Todd Bramble, I'm Chris England for Crimson Tide Connection.